The final Friday night of September brings us to Ludwig Field in College Park, Maryland, for a battle between two programs looking to get on the right track, Northwestern and Maryland, tonight at Ludwig. Northwestern second, they're 1-0-1 in Big Ten play, 7-0-2 overall. Penn State currently leads the pack, and away we go tonight from College Park. Terps are wearing white and red. Northwestern, believe that's all black for the Wildcats. And an early touch here for Jackson Wayman, Northwestern's keeper, and he will send this one out of bounds. It'll be a Maryland throw.
And that was really good for Max Riley to apply some pressure. Again, Northwestern, a team that you don't want to say hasn't been tested much. They have been, but they've looked pretty good in all their games. You want to make them as uncomfortable as possible, and that starts with an early high press. Really good job from Riley there, forcing a mistake from Wayman and getting the Terps the ball back.
There's Micah Seeger. He had a clean sheet against UNC Greensboro. He played 90 against Virginia as well, but at least for right now, this is his spot, and this is his time for Maryland.
It is, and that's why the two keepers have split time throughout the year. They obviously believe in Seeger, and they also want him to be ready in case the job does become his, and we don't know for sure how long Jamie Lowell is going to be out for, but if he is out for an extended period of time, I'm sure Seeger's going to be more than ready.
This one sent down for Max Riley. It's going to roll out of bounds for a Maryland throw over on the near sideline. Maryland just one win on the season. That came on August 27th here against UNC Greensboro. Very uncharacteristic start to the season for this Maryland program.
Very uncharacteristic indeed, but when you look back at that Greensboro game, you saw so many signs. Kamani Stewart-Baines had one of the better games I think anyone's seen from a Maryland player, and the signs were there that this was going to be a really, really good season for Maryland, and it just has not turned out that way.
It was a dangerous throw into the box. Northwestern's able to clear it out, and they'll go back to Kenny Quist-Thurston over on the wing. Northwestern doing some nice defending, and the Wildcats take it away. Here comes Justin Weiss, the Big Ten's leading goal scorer. This one forced out to the Wildcats.
Weiss, as you said, the leading goal scorer, also the leading assister, as we mentioned in the Open, had 2 assists against Ohio State. So got to watch out for him creating chances for himself and for others, and also, of course, finishing them off when chances are created by others for him.
This throw sent into the Northwestern defending half. Jackson Wayman kicks it right to the head of Kenny Quist-Thurston.
That's better from Wayman, getting that out quick before the Maryland pressure comes.
And now a turnover here. Here comes Northwestern. Here's a chance. Gajadhar looking for some help, and it's knocked away nicely there by Luca Costabile.
It's almost like Costabile has eyes in the back of his head. Recognized that really well. Perfect interception.
William Colvick gets ahead there. Gajadhar tried to get there, and Alex Nitzel ends up with the ball. It's a very different Maryland back four than it has been in the few years with some of the losses. Chris Rindove gone, Malcolm Johnston gone. Alex Nitzel's kind of the really holdover here, him and William Colvick.
Yeah, and they've relied on Nitzel for leadership. As that one sent out of play, it'll be a Northwestern throw, but they've relied on Nitzel for leadership, and why wouldn't they? He's such a good leader, so well respected by his teammates. Has experience, obviously, at Maryland, but also tons of experience before.
It'll be an early goal kick here for Micah Seeger, the sophomore from Indian Head, Maryland. Wearing double zeros for the Terps.
Seeger had a good summer this year, played for Baltimore Christos, USL League 2. It's just so important to get these keepers experience.
You mentioned this is one of the first real tests of the season for Northwestern. It'll be interesting to see how they fare early. They try to slip this one, and it's knocked away briefly. Chance and a shot, and it's wide. Think Seeger got a touch on that, so it will be a corner.
I think it was deflected out. initially, and it went wide. As you see here on the replay, just really good play from Northwestern. They're just getting guys around there. McCamey obviously killing the shot, and it was Kolvik who got a piece of it. Northwestern's looked very, very dangerous so far.
Corner here for the Wildcats. Colin McCamey will put it in, and it finds a white shirt and knocked back out. Northwestern's really using Wayman a lot here in the early minutes, just getting him the ball when they can, and he's playing very up to start this game.
Yeah, it's interesting. Northwestern trying to hold possession as much as they can as the ball goes away to Maryland. So if you're Maryland, you're okay with that. You just got to be ready to hit in transition. Your wingers, Quist Thurston and Capetti right now, are going to have to be ready to run, and your double pivot of Nitzel and Leon Kuhl are going to have to be ready to make some good passes, although we're seeing one out of the back now.
That was William Kolvik looking for Van Hooklam.
And Kolvik's distribution has improved so much this year. It's gotten so much better, where last year he sort of just got it and cleared it, which is okay as a defender. You don't want to turn it over, but this year he's taking his time, recognizing the pass that's open. He's done a really, really nice job, like right here.
Quist Thurston. Brian St. Martin getting the start tonight for Maryland, the brother of legendary Terps soccer star Brett St. Martin.
Another guy the Terps have lost over the last couple years that was such a force on the back line.
And here is St. Martin with the throw. Trying to get into the box are the Terps. Alex Nitzel gets it. Quist Thurston. There's St. Martin again, and now they'll go back out to Colvin. And the Terps will retreat a little bit. Teason. Costabile. Looking for help. Terps are trying to get it in. The offense has just not been there recently for Maryland. An early goal here would be wonders. Here's a shot, and it's off the bar. Oh, early. Alex Nitzel with the rocket that almost found the back of the net.
Yeah, and Nitzel, if you're Maryland and you're struggling to score goals and you have that time and space from outside the box, why not let one fly? Nitzel oh so close to what would have been a spectacular goal.
And it ends up as a goal kick. Jackson Wayman will take it. Boy, that was awfully close.
I thought it was in off his foot.
Just underway here in College Park. Terps looking for their first conference win of the season. The goal kick finds the head of Kenny Quist Thurston. Trying to win it is Ron Brown for Northwestern. And the Wildcats turn it over. Ron Brown for Northwestern is a really cool story. He is from Hoda Sharon, Israel. And he spent 3 years in the Israeli Defense Forces, which is mandatory in the country of Israel to spend for men to spend at least 3 years in the armed forces. So for him to be playing soccer right now for Northwestern is awfully cool as the flag goes up for offsides.
He's playing really well as a team captain this year. He's second in the conference in goals with 4. 3 of them have been game winners. It's just a very experienced Northwestern team, and they haven't been maybe the top of the conference the last couple years, but you can see this is what experience does in college soccer and college sports really in general. The more you have these guys playing together, the better they're going to get. It's really showing this year for Northwestern.
Justin Weiss with a misplay there. It's out to Maryland. William Kolvik will give it back to Seeger. Terps are really using all ends of the field early in this game. It looks like they've possessed the ball a little bit more to start.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little bit of control, which you want at home especially.
Here's a good ball and a potential opportunity for Maryland, but the flag is up. It's offside.
And that's not necessarily a bad sign for Maryland that these couple of offsides have happened. Van Hooklam caught there. They're getting these opportunities to make runs in. Just got to hold them for just a split second longer.
So Northwestern now will keep it. Dangerous ball over the middle there. Wayman gets it back. And fires this one near the sideline. It stays in play for now. It still stays in play. Nice win of the ball there by Brian St. Martin. Here comes Brian St. Martin down the right sideline towards the middle. Puts it in with the right foot, and Wayman able to grab.
That was really impressive from St. Martin, just using his strength to win the ball, and then he's got a little bit of pace too, running down the wing. Beating Justin Weiss for it, who again has been so good this year. St. Martin maybe just ran out of gas there, got a little bit too close to the byline, and easy enough for Wayman.
You can see the athleticism there of Brian St. Martin on display. Big piece in this Maryland team's future.
It's interesting to see this Maryland shape, the formation they're in, and how it's changed throughout the year.
That was St. Martin trying to fit it in, takes a deflection. The Terps have it. Here comes Van Hooklam. Van Hooklam tried to leave it for Max Riley, but it ends up with the Wildcats. Terps are putting on some pressure here early.
They are, and back to what I was saying about the shape, they started the year really in a 4-3-3, you can maybe call it a 4-2-3-1, what they were in. But now it's moved to a 4-4-2 pretty much, and it's interesting to see they're playing with two forward players, and especially with such an inexperienced team, you got to change some things, make some adjustments throughout the year, and Sasha hoping to push the right buttons tonight.
Seeger comes out of the box to get that one. Very end-to-end start to this game. Maryland looking like they've had the better chances. One shot so far for both teams. Touch here from McCamey. And Teason will track this down and send it back to Seeger. Again, Maryland, they haven't scored since they were here on September the 9th against Michigan, a 2-2 tie. That was only the second game this season where they've scored multiple goals. Nice move there by Kenny Quist-Thurston. Doesn't get the inside. Van Hooklam has it. Chance here for Maryland. Van Hooklam's shot is blocked. Recovered by Brown. And he makes a couple of nice nifty moves, and here come the Wildcats. He's got Weiss running down the sideline. Tries to find him. Justin Weiss tries to shoot it. It's deflected off of St. Martin. Out of bounds.
That was so that'll be a Northwestern throw, but that was so good from Ron Brown. Just dancing by a couple Maryland defenders, and he was going so quick. Nitzel didn't even have time to adjust to make the right fundamental tackle, and Ron Brown took advantage of it. Just skipped by him.
Throw from a dangerous area here from Brandon Clauquette.
He's going to do a long throw into the box.
And here is that long throw. It's not long enough, though. Headed out of there by Maryland. This ball put in near the net. Clauquette trying to get there, and Clauquette will get there. And now it's on the sideline. A shot towards the net. And I'm not sure what the call is. They're going to call it a corner.
Micah Seeger disagreeing with that one. You'll see it on the replay here. Clauquette is keeping the ball. St. Martin wasn't in the best position. Can't really tell from that angle.
Nonetheless, a corner for the Wildcats. Their second of the day. It'll be McCamey to take it. Into the box! Northwestern might have wanted a hand. They didn't get it. Terps clear it off a Northwestern player. Wildcats still have possession. Shipped into the box. Potential header. And knocked out of there. Still up in the air. And finally Seeger is able to snag it.
Yeah, Seeger a bit indecisive coming out for that first one. Thought maybe would have cost him, but that's a really good pass from Seeger.
Kenny Quist-Thurston making his way down. Here comes Kenny Quist-Thurston taking on two defenders, and this is going to result
Called foul
in
on
a
Quist-Thurston.
foul on Kenny Quist-Thurston. Thought it might be a corner, but Chris Thurston kind of took him down.
See on the replay here if he actually did make contact with him. Yeah, there might have been a little bit there.
A lot.
Could have gone either way. Chris Thurston, not the biggest fan of the call, but it was a call that was made by our referee tonight, Sergio Gonzalez. Assistant referees Max Campbell and Michael D'Angelo.
Well, the last game we were here, there were some tempers flaring between Michigan and Maryland a couple of weeks ago in that 2-2 draw. It will be interesting to see if we have anything similar. We had a lot of stoppages for reviews for discipline. There was a red card handed out to William Kolvik late in the second half. So we'll keep an eye out for that again this evening. This goal kick sails out of bounds to Maryland. Dangerous pass there from Cole. But Maryland possesses. Costabile running down the left side. Gets it ahead. Here's Cole again. Trying to find Max Riley up in the air. Brian St. Martin looks like he's going to get it. But the header's a bit too far, and Justin Weiss touches it for the Wildcats. And he turns it right back to Maryland. Max Riley with it for Maryland. Here comes Max Riley. Max Riley with the left foot. It's a bit wide.
The interesting play there, and we talked about pressure right at the beginning of the game coming from the front. Well, it can also come from the back. Brian St. Martin putting Weiss in maybe in an unconventional position. You don't expect to be pressured too much around the halfway line. But Brian St. Martin making Weiss uncomfortable, getting possession back for the Terps. And again, another attempt where you have the time and space, why not shoot?
So another goal kick for Jackson Wayman. He's been pretty busy. Both keepers have early in this one. Northwestern gets possession of it, trying to flick it, and that's a good ball. Justin Weiss, the flag stays down. Justin Weiss puts it in. They're going to wave it off.
Yeah, he was offsides there.
So they're going to wave it off. No goal for Weiss.
Just needed to hold his run a second more. Looked like almost a good trap from Maryland, and yeah, you can see there just a little bit past
offsides.
Kolvik, who appeared to be the last man back. Pretty straightforward call.
So we continue on. 3 shots so far for Maryland, 2 for the Wildcats. Max Riley, this could be a chance. Max Riley, can he get it? No. Boy, a lot of close chances for both teams here in the early going.
Yeah, and that's such a tough play for Riley. The ball is just at a weird angle. It's being pressured from behind. It was a mistake by Northwestern. Riley just couldn't get the control under it.
So Northwestern will take possession again. They'll send it ahead. Ugo Achara with a nice header. Wildcats have a lot of speed, and here they come into the box. Nice play down there by Maryland. It was Kolvik who made it for the Terps. That's another nice move by Maryland. They keep it. Took a deflection, though, and Northwestern gets it back. Here's Ron Brown.
Ron Brown just is so good at keeping the ball in his control. And I know it sounds simple, but there's so many defenders who have just come at him, and he's just been able to beat him just through skill moves or dribbles or whatever.
Fritz Volmar now. And I believe that was St. Martin who went to the ground, and there will be a whistle and a foul on the Wildcats to give it back to Maryland. Just about 20 minutes gone here early in this one between Northwestern and Maryland. Northwestern looking to remain unbeaten this season.
Yeah, it's been hard to say who's been the better team also, which is always interesting in soccer. But both of the teams have had opportunities. They've had, I would say, pretty even amounts of possession, although Maryland has started to control the ball a bit more as the half has progressed.
Clauguette sends it back there for Wayman. Oh, Dane, that's not a good ball from Wayman. Maryland maybe with an opportunity here into the box. It's a little bit too far.
It just feels like everything's not on the same page yet for Maryland. Like that pass from Kostabile to Van Hoekelum. That was hit just a little bit lighter, or if Van Hoekelum made the run, that could have been really dangerous.
As the crew will let Jackson Wayman have it. Solid crowd here tonight. Friday night at Ludwig. Parents weekend here at UMD.
Bit late arriving, but they're here.
They are here indeed. Almost a great ball there for Justin Weiss. Picked off at the last second. Achara. There's a Terp back there, and a Terp went down, and now Ron Brown goes down. And he's a bit shaken up.
That was a frustration foul there from Leon Cool. He's frustrated, I think, that Riley didn't get the call down the other end.
So it'll be a free kick for Northwestern inside the midfield circle.
And if you're Maryland, you just cannot be getting too frustrated. The way your season's going, you can't be losing your head. And, you know, maybe getting into card trouble,
right,
like we saw with Colvick in the Michigan game.
McCamey sends this one in. It's not far enough. McCamey gets it back. Finds Gajadhar. McCamey with a shot. It's a bit high.
And it's interesting because neither team has had a real clear-cut 100% goal-scoring chance. It's been mostly from outside the box, but these teams have pretty powerful ball strikers in the midfield, as you see here. McCamey having a shot with the left foot. Goes just high. It's just been a fascinating watch so far. Neither defense really willing to give in.
Colvick finds Teason. Kostabile goes back to Teason. And now Teason sends this down, looking for help on that sideline. He's got a man. Maryland trying to get numbers forward. Potentially an opportunity for the Terps. Shot is deflected. That was Capetti for the Terps. And it'll go back to Seeger. Stephen Copetti, the Marist College transfer from Toronto. His dad played soccer here at Maryland as well.
Yeah, Capetti needs to start taking things into his own hands. He's one of Maryland's better players. Just like there, you can see his ability to just create for himself. And no, wing may not be his natural position. Came to Maryland as a true out-and-out 9.
He had 6 goals and 3 assists last season.
Of course, everyone remembers his big goal against Indiana to tie that game up and give Maryland a share of the Big Ten title. It's really sweet from Max Riley.
Van Hoekelum down, a foul on Northwestern. And a free kick from a dangerous spot coming for Maryland.
Let's see. Sort of gets pulled down there.
Yep. Pretty clean game so far, not a ton of extracurriculars.
Well, that's to be expected in the first half. You never know what's going to happen in the second half, of course.
Yeah, you never know. Max Riley standing over the ball for Maryland, the sophomore from Manchester, England.
It's also been interesting how neither team has gone to their bench yet.
Feel like that could be changing pretty soon. Looks like Russell Payne, or one of the assistants, is giving instructions to Christopher Thagard over there on the sidelines.
Who was a very, very dangerous forward player. Scored against Maryland last year in the regular season.
Left foot from Max Riley into the box. Dangerous spot. We have a Northwestern player down, and it's going the other way.
There's a foul on Quist Thurston. Just being a little bit too aggressive in the box there.
So another goal kick coming for Jackson Wayman. Only 1 save tonight. That came from Seeger. Maryland has had the best opportunity. Alex Schnitzel from outside the box, rang it off the bar in the early minutes. And now Wayman sends this down. Teason gets it up in the air. Van Hooklam trying to get there. He cannot. And it's out of bounds to Northwestern. And we will have our first sub of the game. It will be Christopher Thaggart, the sophomore from Harrisburg, North Carolina. Scored against Maryland last year, as you mentioned, Jack, in that 1-1 draw back in Evanston.
Yeah, and it's interesting as our Achara comes out. He's a player that I think many expected to have a big year. It's not quite been that so far for Thaggart. He started the first 3 games of the year. He's come off the bench in every single one since. His only goal of the year came in the first game of the season. So he's looking to get back into goals. We know he's got talent, product of the Charlotte FC Academy.
Northwestern's outscored their opponents so far this year 20-9 in the 9 games that they've played. That's pretty incredible. St. Martin to Kolvik. Over on the wing. And now Maryland will play it back. Again, feels like the Terps have had more possession tonight so far. And it feels like the Terps have had better opportunities. But again, this offense is really struggling right now. And nothing is going to make Sasho happier than putting one in the back of the net. And getting an early lead. We're under 20 minutes to go here in the first half in College Park. Free kick coming for Maryland over on the far sideline. It'll be cool to stand over it. The uncolded German. Waiting for the whistle, and here we go. Puts it in, dangerous spot. White shirts are there, it's still loose! I don't know how that didn't go into the back of the net, but it's out of bounds. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like you said, I don't know how that didn't go in. A fantastic ball from Leon Kuhl. Riley got a foot on it, it was deflected, and I think Van Hooklam had a really good look at goal. And I'm not quite sure. Oh, I
think it
don't
was Max
know
Riley who got the foot on
No,
it.
it was Van Hooklam at the end here. It was Riley with the initial shot, and Van Hooklam's got to bury that.
Yep. Just a little bit wide.
He's claiming he was pulled down, but you gotta put that one on target. He had so much space on the left side of the goal, and it's really been that type of year for Maryland.
So far, it really has, yeah. And now a misplay here in the midfield. That was Gajadhar. Still Gajadhar for the Wildcats. Ron Brown almost had it. Now Kenny Quist-Thurston. Finds St. Martin. St. Martin looking to put a cross in. It's a bit short. And it's a goal kick for Northwestern. Now Maryland will make their first sub of the game. It's going to be Justin Harris checking in for Brian St. Martin. Excuse me, it's not St. Martin.
It's Van Hooklam.
It's Van Hooklam.
Luke. It's been pretty effective so far today. He's made some nice runs, and again, should have had a goal just a couple of minutes ago, and I think he knows that.
Now 6 shots for Maryland. They're doubling up Northwestern. The Wildcats with 3. 1 save made by each keeper. Wayman has been around the block a good bit. He spent 1 year at Oral Roberts, then 1 year at USF. And then for this season came to Northwestern. He had a season-high 5 saves against Ohio State. In their last game, a 4-2 win for Northwestern.
Crazy, crazy game that was. Ohio State took the lead to start. Then Northwestern sort of took control of that one. Never let up.
And there you see the sub that Maryland just made. It'll be St. Martin.
Justin Harris has just been so reliable for Maryland off the bench. He's a guy who's been here for a while now, and he's always had the bench role. He's never really been a full-fledged starter. He's not complaining about it. He's worked hard, and he's been a real big contributor to this team.
Northwestern with a touch. Here's Brandon. That's not Brandon Claugette. That would be Thaggart, the sub who just came into the game. It's a Maryland throw now by the Terps bench. Brian really looks a lot like Brett, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He really does.
It's funny, we were talking to a couple members of the team PR staff, and everyone confuses the two.
Brett was an awfully good player for this Maryland team. Kenny Quist Thurston tries to send this in, and it will be the first corner of the night for the Terrapins. Potentially an opportunity to get on the scoreboard.
See what they do with this. Their last set piece almost ended in a goal with Kuhl's free kick.
It's going to be Costabile to take it. Over on the near sideline.
The corner kick for Maryland, taken by number 3, Luca.
They've got size in there. That's for sure. Teasing the tallest one.
Yep.
Kolvik also got very good aerial ability. Because Thurston's got some height.
Surprised Alex Nitzel's not in the middle of that. Nitzel's pretty far.
I think Nitzel's waiting. We saw that long shot off the bar earlier. If he gets the ball back.
Costabile's corner into the box. It's a header. It's not on target by the Terps. There have been some chances, but it just hasn't been there just yet.
Yeah, you can see it was pretty much a free header there at the back post for Kolvik. I noticed him waving before the kick was taken.
Tried to get that run in behind the defense there. Good idea, just...
See a substitution here also for Northwestern. Justin Weiss coming out. Which is interesting to see coming in as Paul Sun.
He looks a little frustrated as he's talking to the Northwestern coaches.
Well, he hasn't been on the ball that much. That's very frustrating when you are clearly one of the better players, if not the best player in the league right now. You're going to want the ball at your feet. And we have not really seen too much of him. Maryland's done a really good job of just not even letting him get the ball. And when he has gotten the ball, they've been really quick to pressure him and make him feel uncomfortable. St. Martin's done a fantastic job of that.
This is Bryant Mayer to throw it in. The freshman from right here in Owings Mill, Maryland, played at Baltimore Armor. So this has to be pretty cool for him coming back to College Park.
Maybe a little extra motivation, too. You never know.
Kolvik gets a boot on that. Terps have it. Justin Harris with a touch. Harris looking for Max Riley. Max Riley plays it off. The flag goes up. And that will not count. So that's the second goal we've had nullified by an offsides penalty.
And the second one, that is a correct offsides decision. Capetti, again, he doesn't need to be offsides here.
Yeah, it's close.
It was a little close. Not really, but Capetti, he doesn't need to be offsides. He can just hold that run just a little bit. And I get it, both defenders were pressuring, so it's a bit tough. But if he can hold that run for just a second longer, that's an easy goal for Maryland. Both teams showing signs. Would not be surprised to see a goal here before the end of the first half.
Here's Volmar over the ball for Northwestern. Finds Paul Sun, who's checked into the game for Northwestern. And the Wildcats earn a throw. By the Maryland benches, we approach 12 and a half minutes to go in the first half here in College Park. Claudet to throw it, and looks like it's going to be another long one. It is a long one into the box, knocked away, still in the box. Northwestern maintains possession. Here's Paul Sun. Paul Sun trying to make some moves. Terps take it back. Potential opportunity now. Max Riley with it for Maryland. Has some numbers to play with. Swings it across for Capetti. Capetti puts it in. It might be too far. It is too far.
And that's really good from Maryland. Getting that build-up. We mentioned early in the game, transition's going to be a huge factor in this one. Right there, Maryland. Capetti, a little later on that pass. Might have been 1-0.
Played ahead, Max Riley trying to keep it in play. He does. Kenny Quist Thurston. And the Terps turn it over. Gajadhar plays this ahead, trying to get it
Oh, wow, they're going to call a foul there.
I believe that was Claudette. And we're going to have a penalty, or not a penalty, but it's going to be a free kick just outside the
And
box.
Thiessen issued a yellow card, too, and I want to look at that one.
Claudette,
Because while he was brought down, I don't know if he was going to be able to get to that ball either way.
Claudette kind of got taken down, the junior from Atlanta.
Sasho furious right now with the officials, and I think Sasho might be getting a card himself.
And a free kick in a very dangerous area for Northwestern.
And McCammy's going to take this one. And he's a really, really dangerous player off the free kicks. I don't think he has too much of an angle to shoot from here.
McCammy, third-year starter at Northwestern, was 6th on the team in minutes last season.
Looking for his second straight game with an assist. Had one last week. Or last game, I should say, against Ohio State.
McCammy standing over it. Sergio Gonzalez giving instructions to Maryland. And I believe we're just about ready to go.
Should be. There's the whistle.
Shot in, Micah Seeger. That's a fantastic save to keep this game scoreless.
Yeah, and McCammy, the savvy veteran at this point, the junior, trying to catch the underclassman Seeger off guard, and Seeger says, not today. Like we said, maybe not the best angle to shoot from, but you got to be prepared for everything, and Micah Seeger was there. A fantastic job by the sophomore.
Another corner coming for Northwestern, the third of the evening for the Wildcats. Played into the box, and Northwestern can't put it in. It was rolling around. They couldn't get it. Another shot attempt. That's not there. Terps trying to clear it out of there. It's still loose in the box. This shot is deflected and into the hands of Micah Seeger.
Oh, my goodness. How did that one not go in?
To the Norwegian William Colvik. Colvik sends it down for Max Riley. Max Riley trying to get there. He's denied. And this is going to be a Maryland throw.
It's like Colin Griffith coming into the game now. Another young striker. He's going to replace, I would assume, Riley.
Number
It is
9,
Riley.
a sophomore out of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, Colin Griffith.
The sophomore from Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Another very, very talented player that Maryland has that just hasn't gotten going yet this year.
St. Martin fires this into the box. It rolled around for a second. Costabile. Not sure what that was. Maybe he slipped.
Hit it
but
completely.
it's out for a goal kick for Northwestern.
Griffith, again, just so talented. It was an MLS Next All-Star, which if you look at the rosters from the 2022 MLS Next All-Star game, there are a lot of pro players in that, and Colin Griffith, not with an MLS Academy, he was with PDA, but very, very high honor for he represents Barbados at the youth international level.
That's pretty cool. Another Maryland throw incoming over on the far sideline. As we wind down closer to the end of the first half here at Ludwig. This one out for St. Martin.
Just to finish my point on Griffith in that MLS Next All-Star game, he was teammates with Ben Kramaski, who, following MLS, starring now for Inter Miami alongside Lionel Messi, actually got a cap for the USMNT last month.
Potential chance for the Terps, but it's blocked away nicely by Bryant Mayer. Still Maryland ball. Terps will possess. Colvik looking for some options. Finds a man. Played out wide. Kept in play. Kenny Quist Thurston puts this in. It tried to find the middle. Forced out of bounds. Another Maryland throw. The Terps continue to put pressure on that Wildcats defense.
Also in that game was Fritz Vollmer, who's on the field now for Northwestern.
There you go.
Played for St. Louis City's academy.
St. Martin to throw it in again. Looks like it'll be another long one. Headed away. Shot and deflected. It'll be a corner.
It's cool there. Just unleashing that volley. So you replay of that. It's obviously tough to get it through so many defenders in the box, but if that did get through, would have been hard to stop.
Second corner of the night incoming for Maryland. Leon Cool to take it.
And they've been dangerous off set pieces, and Cool has been a big reason why.
Cool puts it in high into the air. Loose, off the bar again. Still loose, and Maryland can't find it. Still loose. Now a shot is wide. Oh, it's there for the taking for the Terps.
My goodness. Such an interesting set play there from Cool. The ball so high up in the air. Called it header towards, I believe that was St. Martin.
St.
It was off the bar. And then Cool comes back out and dribbles around Sun and has a go that just missed. Jackson Wayman, as you can see there, furious with his defenders for not getting that ball clear. And that's what we saw on the other end with the one that went to review.
8 shots tonight now for Maryland. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Boy, Maryland has been all around the net tonight. Just unable to finish. You feel like it's been the story of the season.
Yep.
So far for Sasho's side.
So saw Ron Brown just come off for Peter Reese. For Northwestern, the Budapest, Hungary native.
They come from everywhere. Cool with it for Maryland. Loose up in the air. Cool trying to get it back. A foul coming on Cool will give the ball to Northwestern.
Player we got to talk about is Brian St. Martin. Right back role has been up for grabs really this year. After Nick Richardson left, Kento Abe got a little bit of time there. Tyler Perbenda's played there a little bit. Now St. Martin getting his chance, and he has had a really, really good game so far tonight. It's been up in the attack. He's been really aggressive intercepting the ball, and of course that really, really nice clearance off the line to save the goal.
Here's McCamey. Leaves it back. Here's a shot. It's high.
There's Reese.
That was Peter Reese. Very end-to-end first half here, Jack. What have you thought about what we've seen?
Yeah, like you said, very, very end-to-end, and it's hard to pick a better team because both teams have had really good opportunities. We don't have the possession stats in front of us, but I would venture to guess they're pretty close to even. It's been a really tight game, and what you expect between two teams that I think hope to be on top of the Big Ten. Obviously hasn't been that type of year for Maryland yet, but you can see, again, the talents there. The opportunities are being creative. It's just about that finishing touch, putting the ball in the back of the net.
Throw going to Northwestern here. They go quickly. And Northwestern again.
It's one of those games that you feel like is going to come down.
Maybe the last 10 minutes or so.
Not even timing-wise, but it's going to come down to a mistake. Or probably a set piece, considering both teams have looked extremely dangerous off of set pieces so far. I think probably been at least 2 good opportunities for each team off of either a corner or a free kick.
Dangerous tackle attempt there by Nitzel. They're going to call a foul.
That really speaks to how good the midfields are. There hasn't been too much going through into the box. Nitzel and Cool have been fantastic tonight in the double pivot, as have McCamey and Gajadhar.
McCamey tried to play that one in. It was knocked away. Quist Thurston gets it for a second. Now Northwestern with a potential opportunity. Shot is deflected by Teason. Up in the air now. Northwestern trying to regain possession. They will momentarily. Paul Sun had it. Lost it. Still rolling around down there. Potential opportunity now. Can they get a shot off? They can, and it's in! Colin McCamey puts it in for Northwestern. The Wildcats take a late first half lead.
What a hit from McCamey. Just an absolute screamer from outside of the box with his left foot. He's been very, very dangerous with his left foot today. Maryland just couldn't get the ball clear. And the way they kept clearing it, it just kept going to Northwestern. St. Martin got a couple tackles in, but they just kept going right back to the Wildcats, as you see there. Gajadhar finding McCamey, and as good as Micah Seeger is, he's getting nowhere near that.
So Northwestern, with 2.5 to go in the first half, take a 1-0 lead over Maryland. The Terps will try and respond and try and find an equalizer here in the final minutes of the first half.
Other than last second of the game, this is one of the worst times to concede a goal. Right before the half. Gives Northwestern full momentum.
Second of the season for McCamey.
And he's been so dangerous tonight. He's looked in the mood.
I don't know what looking in the mood means.
He's looked dangerous from those shots from outside of the box. He's in the mood to score one. Sure enough, he did.
I'm sure everyone on the field's in the mood to score one.
Oh, you never know.
So now, just about 90 seconds to go in the first half. Northwestern is dealt a blow. Now Maryland trying to respond. They almost do. It's a save by Wayman. It was Leon Kuhl who got it off.
And Kuhl is just so talented. You can see just getting around McCamey there. Give and go with Harris right at Wayman. Kuhl, such a talented player for this Maryland team. Comes from the Bayer Leverkusen Academy in Germany. Actually was on the bench for Leverkusen's last Bundesliga game of the season last year against VfL Bochum. Just shows how talented of a player he is. You're shaking your head at those German
Speaking
pronunciations.
gibberish to me right now. You're speaking gibberish. Under a minute to go. Northwestern trying to track this one down. 30 seconds to go. Can they get another one potentially? Almost. And it'll be a Maryland throw as the final seconds of the first half take down.
There's a man down there in the box for Northwestern. I believe that is Claudiet.
Brandon Claudiet slowly getting to his feet. The junior from Atlanta by way of Woodward Academy.
Only the best are produced by Woodward Academy,
Yeah,
is that right?
Only the best. Little nitpick. Woodward Academy is actually in College Park, Georgia.
Interesting.
So 18 seconds to go in the first half. Costabile.
Looks like Claudiet's going to come off.
Yeah, in the final seconds of the first half. He's played a nice half.
He has. He's been dangerous both defensively and he's, showing his pace getting up the field. And, of course, those long throws that he has are a weapon as well.
This one's sent down. They're going to give Maryland an advantage here. This one's sent down for Iniquist Thurston, and that will end the first half with Northwestern striking awfully late with only 2.5 minutes to go in the half. It's the Wildcats of Northwestern, 16th ranked in the country, a 1-0 lead over Maryland at the half, Jack.
Ugo Achara to start.
And we are ready now for the second half. Maryland needs to find an equalizer. Gave up a goal in the late stages of the first half, and now
foul called back there.
Teason is down for Maryland, and 8 seconds in, the clock will stop.
Yeah, I believe a Northwestern attacker. Weiss came in just a little bit too late.
And Weiss will help him up as well.
Yarn Teason, the transfer from West Virginia.
Kolvik now with it for Maryland as we pick things back up and begin the second half. Costabile over on the near side. Back to Teason. Costabile again. And this will roll out to Maryland. Terps now moving from right to left. Northwestern now left to right. Loose down there for a second, but McCammy's able to get it out of there. Here comes McCammy. Kennyquist Thurston trying to get there for Maryland. He cannot. It's Vollmer there for Northwestern, dribbling it up the sideline. Fritz Vollmer finds McCammy. And can Maryland win it? No. McCammy's still on it. And we have a foul coming on the Terps. So McCammy will stand over the ball for the Wildcats and put this one in. Boy, a second for Northwestern would do wonders for them. Northwestern has not lost this season. They're 7-0-2. They've played 2 road games. They drew 2-2 in both of them. And this, you know how badly Russell Payne wants to get this win.
He always does. Always does against Maryland.
Russell Payne, a Maryland alum, a 4-year starter at goalie from 1993 to 1996. He led the ACC in save percentage in 1996, and he also holds the Maryland record for saves in a game. He had 10 against Duke on September 29th, 1996, and then coached on Sasho Sarovsky's staff for 5 seasons, including winning the national championship in 2005 and 2008. As the Wildcats maintain possession, and they'll retreat back momentarily. That's Henri Richter from Newton, Massachusetts. And into the hands now of Micah Seeger. So the Terps really need to find an equalizer here. You feel like early in the second half. And the flag will go up here for offsides.
And that was an offsides trap from Northwestern on Van Hoeklem. 2 center backs just coming forward at the exact same time, and Van Hoeklem just caught there.
So it looks like Wayman will put this down and take the drop ball kick for Northwestern.
Crew letting Wayman know their thoughts about him.
Yeah, they do that pretty often.
I don't think they're big fans of him.
Seeger out to get this one, and he'll hold on to it for a second. A late first half goal by Northwestern, the difference right now. Terps looking for their first goal since September the 9th. Up in the air, in the middle. Nice work there by Costabile over on the sideline. Now Capetti tries to flick it to Nitzel. Nice job there. Here comes Kuhl. Leon Kuhl finding Costabile. Costabile trying to move into the box. Puts it up. It's over the net. And we have a Maryland player down in midfield. It's Alex Nitzel. And the clock will stop. That's not good at all for Maryland.
It was a dangerous, dangerous challenge. You'll see it here.
Ooh.
She came in. Ooh.
I think he got... Ooh.
It's a scary one.
That doesn't look very fun. It's nice of Peter Reese to come in there. And
don't know why the trainers haven't come out yet. It looks like he's going to try and get up.
Looks like he's all right. That was...
Scary.
That could not have been a very fun experience for Alex Nitzel.
Nope, and that's partially what you sign up for.
Yeah.
Playing in midfield, you're gonna be on the end of those challenges a lot.
Looks like he's all right, and we resume with another goal kick from Jackson Wayman. Here's Cool in the middle. Costabile a touch, now Capetti a touch. Van Hooklen with a nice move. Puts it into the box. A couple of white shirts there. Kennyquist Thurston came in late. Northwestern trying to get it out of there, and they will momentarily. But the Terps get it back. Kennyquist Thurston puts this way over. Another goal kick coming. Terps are just kind of letting
Should
it.
have called a throw.
They're going to call it a throw.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the crew really just looking for something to get excited about. There just hasn't been a lot to get excited about. Maryland's had a couple of really close chances, but still no goals for the Terps. Here's Nitzel. Nice move by Alex Nitzel. Costabile. Nitzel. Teason kicks it off a Wildcat. It'll be out of bounds to Maryland. Costabile over by the Maryland bench, looking for options, and finds Cool. And now Teason. Still Cool for Maryland. And now Teason again, puts this forward. Terps trying to get numbers forward, but it's too short of a ball. McCamey takes it, and here comes Northwestern again. This one out of play to the Wildcats.
Just gotta watch your cars with that one. The clearance was so long.
Hope it didn't hit mine. That's for sure.
I think you're safe.
Well, you see the rain really coming down. It's coming down sideways almost. Here, and it's starting to get a little heavier as well. It started right before the second half was about to begin.
It's even supposed to be a rainy night.
No.
In fact, I still don't see anything in the radar.
But it's coming down. It's definitely coming down here.
Wind also a factor.
Yes, for sure. You see the flags heavily blowing over in the corners. The corner flags as well. You can see them blowing a good bit. Now Seeger. That's not a good ball there from Seeger. McCamey ends up with it. A chance here for Northwestern. This is into the box. A shot, and it's in. A misplay from Micah Seeger. It's Christopher Thagard for Northwestern. The Wildcats lead 2-0.
And Thagard, his second goal against Maryland, scored last year. And that's just poor from Micah Seeger. There's no two ways around that one. He let the pressure get to him. It wasn't a ton of pressure from Thagard, but he let it get to him. And Thagard doing a really good job to turn and shoot. 2-0 to Northwestern.
And the Terps are really in some trouble now.
Thagard's such a talented player, and Seeger knows that one was on him. Sasho is livid with him right now.
Again, no Jamie Lowell tonight. He was hurt against Wisconsin.
See Saxon Walcott just starting to get loose in case the Terps want to make a change. You doubt they would.
Yeah, I don't think they would. But that's
I've not
a play
seen
you can't
Sasho
make.
that upset at his goalkeeper in a long time.
That's a play you just can't make if you're a goalkeeper.
Should be a corner for Maryland.
And it will be. First of the second half for the Terps, and now Maryland's going to go really quickly, I assume, to try and get this score back at 2-2. But the first step is scoring 1, which is in itself been a pretty difficult challenge.
They called 2-0 the most dangerous lead in soccer.
We'll see how dangerous it is tonight. Sent into the box, not a great ball, still up in the air. Potential chance, it's still loose. Knocked out of there by Northwestern. Two players collide here. They're going to say play on. And now a foul's coming on Maryland.
Yeah.
And potentially a card here as well. They want one.
Don't know if they're going to get one. And wasn't, anything on purpose or anything from Colvey. He just ran into Weiss, who was going to run onto the ball. Now, what they're frustrated about mainly is that wasn't called a foul, which there's definitely an argument for. But as you can see there, it's a little too physical. As Weiss goes down, it was Van Hoeklem actually tracking back. Just got tangled, and that's all it takes for foul.
Free kick coming for Northwestern. McCamey sends it in. Wildcats look for a third. This one's too long. And a goal kick.
Now, if you're Northwestern here, you cannot take your foot off the gas. Maryland has been so dangerous.
Costabile over on the side. Now Capetti. Back to Costabile. Nice pass there from Capetti. And now Kennyquist Thurston. Kennyquist Thurston sends this in for Cool. Cool tries to get a shot. It's not there. Chance Capetti with a right foot. Gobbled up by Wayman, and the frustration continues.
It's another good look. Just right there, just shot it right at Capetti. At Wayman, excuse me. Capetti was the one who shot it. Another foul called there that fans are furious with.
We have a Northwestern player down.
It's Gajadhar.
It's Gajadhar indeed. As the clock stops again at 35:11. And it's going to be another free kick for Northwestern.
And if you're Northwestern now, you just got to, again, cannot take your foot off the gas. Go and get a third. Maryland is too good of a team, and it's too good of a crowd here for them to just lay down and not go for this one. They're still going to throw everything they have at it.
Yep. Played out wide. Costabile can't get there. Another Wildcat throw. This one from a dangerous spot.
And it's a game that's, I don't want to say there have been a ton of clear-cut in-the-box opportunities. It's been a moment of brilliance for McCamey's goal and a mistake by Seeger for Thagard's goal. That's all it's been. That's the difference in this one. But it's a huge difference just from those two plays. That's great from
Nice
Thurston.
move by Kennyquist Thurston. Still going down the sideline. Still in play, apparently.
It's really nice from McCamey just not giving up on that play.
And Northwestern back the other way again. Boy, the Wildcats have come out in the second half, and they have looked like the dominant team.
They have.
Russell Payne, the Maryland alum, trying to beat his alma mater tonight. He's about a half hour away from doing that, but he's got to protect a 2-goal lead. This one out of bounds to Maryland. Justin Harris will come back into the game for the Terps. Luke Van Hoeklem will check out. I feel like Justin Harris is on just to try and provide some kind of spark on the offensive end.
I think also to provide experience. He's been in these games where the Terps have been down 2-0 and come back. So he knows what it's like to keep some of the younger players calm here. This game is not lost for Maryland
No,
yet.
absolutely not.
It's just so important to have that experience. So maybe a bit more creativity. Harris usually drops a bit deeper. Looks like they've actually switched. Capetti is more up top now, and Harris goes on the wing, which I think is Capetti's better position.
Whistle here. We're going to make him redo the throw-in, I guess. And now back into play. Costabile. Out of bounds to Maryland. The Terps again. Just there's a new sense of urgency here for Maryland. Now down 2. You can kind of feel it. Another throw-in coming for Maryland.
But the Terps can't go against what they've done. They've been dangerous, especially in set pieces. So if you can get those opportunities, that's great. But they can't go away and just go into full kitchen sink mode yet.
Right.
They have still been an impressive team tonight. They've looked a lot better than they have in the past couple games.
Costabile trying to get this one. Capetti to Justin Harris. This is going to be a goal kick. It was off of Harris.
They're calling it
a foul.
Going to call it a foul.
They're gonna call
I was
it a
about to
foul.
say. I doubt that would be a straight goal kick. But here again is your set piece, and yeah, just coming in a little bit too much for Northwestern was Nigel Prince. So here you go.
Dangerous area here.
This is going to be cool, and there are a lot of ways he could go with this. Obviously, you got the tall trees in the box, but you got the guys on the edge. Costabile can easily find a pass to him, and he could pass it out.
Here's Cool putting it in and knocked away.
He tried to go straight in.
It will be a corner.
So Cool just tried to basically do a short Olympico. And the Terps want this reviewed.
Don't think they're going to get it. A corner coming. 4th of the game for Maryland. Into the box. Almost again. Terps are a bit frustrated. And substitution here for Northwestern.
Javen Vandeventer coming into this one for the first time for Gajadhar. And you can see there, it's just been oh so close, especially off these set pieces.
Yep. Puts it in. Not there.
Be another corner.
We'll do it again.
That was a pretty good ball, too. Just got to sneak through a little bit. Important to note, the sweatshirt is coming off for Sasha Surovsky.
So if the Terps come back and score 3 goals, you'll know why. Into the box. Wayman punched it out. That one couldn't go in either. Still loose in the box. That shot is blocked, and Northwestern ends up with it. My goodness. When it's not your night, it's not your night.
It was almost an Olympico there from Costabile. I don't see those very often.
Achara. Over the middle. Claugette running in. Claugette with the right foot. Seeger, a good save. Claugette still with it. Paulson for Northwestern. And Northwestern really starting to milk it a little bit here as we approach 10 minutes to go.
Why wouldn't they?
Yep. Son.
It's not like they're just holding it in the corner.
Absolutely not.
They're still methodically looking for that goal.
Claugette puts it wide, but gets it to Ron Brown. Here's a shot. It's wide. And Costabile
Corner.
will kick it out for a corner. And Russell Payne might be starting to feel it a little bit. His third season at Northwestern. This would be his first win against his alma mater.
There's
not including that tournament game.
Right.
That was a tie.
Mac DeVries is going to come on for Maryland in just a minute. Into the box, headed away. Northwestern still with it. Terps take it away quickly. Advantage being played, and now it'll be brought back.
Yep. It's well done from Puss Thurston. He's been a spark tonight. He started the year when Nitzel was a bit banged up, Kuhl was a bit banged up too, playing in that double pivot. Now he's moved out to the wing because he showed Sasha, you can't drop me. He's been too good of a player for this team. And again, showing it tonight. Not the flashiest player, but he gets the job done. Especially with Maryland's injury problems with their wingers. Kamani Stewart-Baines unavailable. Maryland needs some winger depth, and Chris Thurston has provided it.
This is into the box. Ron Brown there to sniff it out. And it stays... No, it does not stay in play. Under 10 to go.
And the big guns are getting ready to come in for Northwestern.
Yep, Justin Weiss coming back on. Colin McGammy coming back on. Christopher Thagard coming back on.
So, the two goal scorers from tonight and the leading goal scorer in the Big Ten. Coming on in a 2-0 game. Good luck trying to defend that. They're fresh as well, and probably explains the substitution for DeVries coming in.
Yeah. Mac DeVries, a sophomore from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. This falls at the feet of Max Riley, puts a shot on, it's deflected. Out wide for DeVries. He chips it in, it's a little bit too far. Is it there for Maryland? It hits the post again!
Oh my goodness.
This is unbelievable!
Is this, what, 4 times now that Maryland's hit the woodwork?
Oh,
at least
goodness.
3. I mean, you said it, when it's not your night, it's that.
How did this not go in? It's like a deflection there. And then they went out wide for DeVries.
It was a good ball towards the back post. Chris
Oh,
Thurston
my
and Riley.
goodness.
Not their night. Now here they come again.
Quist Thurston in the box has it stripped away.
It's really good from Claugette.
Sent out by Claugette.
Not as good from Claugette.
Desperation time for Maryland. 8 minutes to go. DeVries. Costabile.
So what they're doing is they're pushing Costabile further up the field.
Ron Brown. The Israeli. This one out of bounds to Maryland. Quickly played in, headed away, potential shot. Max Riley's deflected. Back to Kenny Quist Thurston. Quist Thurston tries to get a shot. That might have been a handball. It's not called, and then a save by Wayman. Still in bounds, still in front, and Maryland can't find him.
Oh my goodness. It's been a lot of activity in there.
Played to the box again. Mac DeVries back out to get it. DeVries puts this one in. Is there a play? There is not. It's knocked away.
And a foul call.
And a foul coming on Maryland. Sasho's not happy. And a yellow given to Capetti.
Frustrated crowd here, and I mean, wow. It's just been a wild second half.
Unfathomable with all the chances Maryland's had, they have not scored a goal. It's unfathomable.
Absolutely. More shouts for a handball. Don't think they'll look at it.
That's the third yellow card of the day on Maryland. One on Costabile, one on Cole, that one on Capetti. Northwestern only with one. That was on Peter Reese.
Now Maryland's going to press here, and as much as Northwestern's going to want to hold the ball, if Maryland gets it back, then it'll be a foul called on Riley.
Might be a yellow
going to go
as
into
well.
the book.
Yeah, I think
Feels
he
like
is.
every foul right now is going to be potentially a yellow.
You can just sense the frustration for Maryland, and you've been able to really sense it all night as Luke Van Hooklem's going to come back into the game.
Probably for Riley, especially on a yellow.
Fourth yellow of the game issued to Maryland.
So if you're Maryland here, again, once you get the ball back, you're going to be dominating them pretty much.
Clock at 6:35 and counting. This one played ahead, and you can just sense Northwestern just wants to get the ball out of their attacking or defending half, rather, and make Maryland bring it up. Out of bounds to Maryland. DeVries to throw it in. We approach 6 minutes. DeVries will chuck it into the box. Costabile gets a touch on it. Loose for a second and knocked away again. To the feet of Cole. Puts it wide for Capetti. He recovers, keeps it in play. Terps still have it. Into the box, not there. DeVries, Quist Thurston, back to DeVries with the left. Puts it in, it's not there. Wild shot there is not there. Here's a chance, Wayman makes a save. Another corner coming for Maryland.
He is standing on his head in the second half.
Really is.
I mean, what a game he's having. It's now 7 saves, I believe, for him. Unbelievable.
The crew trying to rally the Terps on. Here's into the box. That's knocked away by Wayman as well, and a foul on Maryland. We have a Terp down in the goal. All right, so yellows on Wayman and St. Martin. That's now 5 yellows for Maryland, 2 for Northwestern, and we resume play. Justin Weiss had a touch there. Terps just trying to get ahead and put numbers in front, but it's just not there.
Look at how far up the field Kolvik is. If that isn't kitchen sink mode, I don't know what is. Again, Maryland's created opportunities tonight.
Just haven't been able to put it
15 shots.
Back. Costabile. Kolvik with a touch. Cole with a touch. Nitzel into the box. That's headed away.
So good from Nigel Prince to recognize that ball.
Maryland throw. Cool. Teason. Sends it long. Quist Thurston gets a head on it, but it's knocked away by the Wildcats. Quist Thurston gets it back. Costabile goes down. No foul. Wow.
And I mean, Costabile was looking for that one. There's no two ways around it. There was a lot of contact there.
3:30 to go. Seeger plays this ahead. Loose for a second. Wildcats have it. Justin Weiss again. Here comes Northwestern again. And they're going to milk as much clock as they possibly can here down in their own half. In their attacking half, rather. As we're at 3 minutes now, and this is looking like the goalless streak is going to continue for Maryland unless they can find a real late one here tonight. Quist Thurston to Capetti. Capetti over on the wing. Maryland throw. Just a really weird night for Maryland offensively. They certainly had chances, but just unable to cash them in. This one into the box. Nitzel over it for Maryland. That's deflected up into the air. Sent away momentarily. DeVries gets there for the Terps. Capetti with it now. Plays it in. Header's not there. Headed away again. And McGammy will send it away. Seeger almost at midfield to grab it. Now past midfield.